It's your all-access pass.
That's how you fight a southpaw. Well on his way to coming back.
Katie Taylor does it again. Look at the emotion.
Series is back in Space City, Houston, Texas, and the Dazn Boxing Show is back out to bring you all the build-up action.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you live from the Zone X Series. Let's see some thunder. Here we go. A clean shot, and it could be lights out. Looks like a pro boxer. 1, 2, 3, light him up. Your winner and the new champion.
That is right. Misfits Boxing is back here on Dazn. We've got an incredible fight for you coming up. But of course, first we got to dive into this presser. I'm here with the one and only Ben Davis. Ben Davis, talk to me. There's some huge fights on this card. We got Elle, Brooke.
Hello, my check, yes.
And we got Tristan Ham, Le'Veon Bell. Give me some details.
This is an absolutely gargantuan card. Everyone says things are bigger in Texas. This event absolutely lives up to it. We kick it off with OJ Rose and Brendan Kelly, the USA Saiyan, who is taking this fight on a little bit of short notice, and he's got OJ Rose, the businessman, in front of him, who I think is going to remind a lot of people what's up.
OJ Rose has given nobody an easy fight. Super, super tough fighter. Obviously, in his last fight, he was fighting a very, very high-level opponent, and he showed his skill every single time. But that's not the fight that I'm super buzzed about. For me, Tristan Ham, Le'Veon Bell, this is going good. This is going to be insane. This is going to be gargantuan. Talk to me.
It's ridiculous. Tristan Ham knocks out not Logan Paul, and he takes the biggest leap in competition I think we've ever seen. Le'Veon Bell, the former NFL running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who knocked out Adrian Peterson, who beat JMX on the scorecards, who took Uriah Hall into some deep waters. This is not easy for Tristan Ham, but if he beats him, who else can take out Tristan in this cruiserweight tournament?
I don't know if anybody can take out Tristan if he's able to get through Le'Veon Bell. This is one of the best fights, and it's the starting of that tournament. That's how we do it here in Misfits. We keep it going the whole way. And talk about keeping it going, Elle, Brooke versus Paige Vanzant. I mean, you're talking about a UFC, BKFC veteran stepping in against someone who's allegedly just a social media star.
They call her an influencer, but she is knocking people out now, and Elle Brooke takes the step up that she needs to. The question's going to be, is this biting off more than she can chew? Is a former UFC fighter, a former BKFC fighter, too big of a challenge for Elle Brooke?
There's going to be more in that to come. We are diving right into this press conference in just a second because we got to get some more hype going for this brilliant event coming up here.
In the era of influencer boxing, we have seen influencers daring to take on professionals with unfavorable results for the influencers. And now it's Elle Brooke's turn to rise the challenge and take on what others struggle to achieve: defeat a professional fighter. On May 25th, Misfits Boxing makes its way to Houston, Texas, with a stacked undercard featuring Alicia Megan versus Fangs.
Don't count out of this fight just yet. Oh, and he's going to wave it off.
Elena Vampira versus Lauren Baker. Determined to regain her winning streak, but standing in her way is the rising star. OJ Rose versus Brendan Kelly.
This bout is a draw.
Eager to return to winning ways, the businessman meets the USA Cyan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the real deal. 1, 2, 3, light 'em up.
Killer Bee's Misfits debut, a remarkable combat sports background. Killer Bee enters the path of Misfits Boxing. Jeremy Park versus Anthony Vargas. Upon his return to Misfits, Anthony Vargas will face the renowned athlete Jeremy Park. Lil Cray Cray versus Yudi Gang TV.
Determined that is a no contest.
Facing off one last time, Yudi Gang and Cray Cray seek to move forward to the next step and ultimately challenge the champion, Dean the Great. Le'Veon Bell versus Tristan Ham, the first cruiserweight tournament matchup. He now faces off against Tristan Ham, who delivered a brutal knockout back in January. Both competitors have exchanged words online and both are eager to step up to the semifinals. However, only one can emerge victorious while the other will come up short. Elle Brooke versus Paige Vanzant. The Misfits champion faces off against former UFC and bare-knuckle fighter in Paige Vanzant. A battle between the United Kingdom and the United States, with Elle Brooke aiming to defend her title.
Wants a shot. Man wants a shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see some.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if that doesn't get you excited. I don't know what will, but that's enough talk from me. Let's hand it over to Ben Davis and hear from the fighters themselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official press conference for Misfits and Dazn X Series 15. First all-female Misfits main event in promotional history, and it occurs in Space City, Houston, Texas. Blessed to be here. Let's start off with the first fight of the night. It's Alicia Megan versus Fangs. Now, Fangs, this is your second time on Misfits Boxing. How do you make sure that you secure the win?
Well, it being my second time, I had the first time. We all know that you have a plan and everything happens until you get punched in the mouth. And that kind of happened on the first time. And so I've got that experience. I've got that out of the way. And I've had a good year to think about that. And I've done a lot of training since then. I've changed camps, and I've made a lot of changes in my game, and I want to shut up the haters with this fight. I don't care as much about my opponent. I don't really think that she's going to be too much of a challenge, but I want to shut up the haters on Twitter and then also make all the people who support me very happy today, or tomorrow, Saturday, whenever.
You say that she's not a challenge. What in her past fight tells you that she's going to be a walk in the park?
Well, her past fight's kind of hard to base it off of because I feel like it's been like 2 years since she fought, and she fought, it looked like, with like 18-ounce gloves, and that was really more like a wrestling match. So I don't have much to go off of that, but just looking at her footage in general, it just doesn't seem like something that, like, I went up against Vampira, so I took those shots, and if I could take shots from her, I feel like that I can take shots from this girl very easily.
I'm curious, Alicia, what is your response to that? Do you think that what Fangs is saying is true?
I mean, I have dog, and that's something you can't teach. I don't care what camp you have. I don't care. Like, you either got it or you don't. And I have heart, and that's something that obviously being stopped like you were in a KO shows that even with people around and everything that you're just going to get stopped again. You don't have it mentally. And I got God on my side, and that's, I think right there, I'm going to win. I've been training. I didn't have a proper fight camp my first one, but this camp, I had a proper fight camp. I've been sparring against girls who are in the Olympics, so like I could take hits. And yeah, this time I'm much more prepared.
It looks like your nose likes to bleed when you take those hits, though.
And I'm sorry?
I said it looks like your nose likes to bleed when you take those hits, though.
Oh, I only have one bloody nose. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think that's normal. So... yeah, I'm not worried. It's going to be an easy fight.
So
Misfits punching bag.
Misfits punching bag. Alicia has got God on her side. Fangs, who do you have on your side?
I have God as well on my side. He doesn't choose sides, so that's not really going to help you in this match.
No, we all have God. God loves us all, but we also choose a side, and we choose to follow him and have him in our heart, or we choose the opposite. So I've given up OnlyFans. I got out of addiction. I got out of an abusive relationship. So I'm here to show you guys that you guys can get out of anything and you can overcome anything with God on your side. Amen. Let's go.
Very religious start to the night. Our second fight, Elena Vampira makes her highly anticipated return to the ring against a new face in the women's divisions, Loza. Let's start with Loza. You've been asking for this opportunity for a while. How do you make a statement inside the ring?
I firstly just want to say a big thank you to Mams and Misfits for having me on. So thank you so much for having me on.
Pleasure.
Listen, I've been working for this for a long time. So I'm here to make a statement. I'm not scared. I'm not worried.
You've absolutely paid your dues coming up through some of the smaller scenes. What made you take this fight, and what do you think of your opponent?
Listen, as I said to Chris the other day, the bigger the challenge, the bigger the statement, and I have full confidence. I'm going to look you in the eye right now that I can take you down. This ain't going to be redemption for you. This ain't going to be redemption for you. This is not an easy fight for you. And I'm ready, and I hope you are too.
Vampire, you've been in there with some of the best. She says it's not going to be easy. What's your assessment?
You know, I have a lot of respect for her. I took the fight because I thought that it was going to be a good fight. I don't take easy fights, so I was never expecting this to be an easy fight. I don't underestimate you, but when we're in the ring, there is no respect. So I can respect you now, but in the ring, it'll be complete disrespect.
I'm curious, Vampire, how have you grown since that fight with Julie last time out?
So from my last fight, I definitely learned a lot of things I needed to button up, a lot of things that I wanted to work on, and just it made me a lot stronger mentally also. And it's being the underdog in any situation is something that I feel like I really thrive in, and knowing that there is redemption eventually down the line, I need to do my 115% best to get there.
I love it. High expectations. Now, before we get into the main card, I love to take a moment with the man of the hour, Mams Taylor. Back inside Texas, how do you feel being here in America again?
I love it. I mean, I live here. I'm an American now, Ben. But it's always exciting to put on shows here. I didn't wear a cowboy hat today because I knew there'd be some imposters. But you look like Johnny Cash. You look good. I'm really excited for this. The fight card's going to be insane. Main event is going to be absolutely bonkers. I think it's the first time an influencer, female, is taking on a pro, and what a pro in Paige Vanzant, and Elle Brooke has earned her respect. She's earned her spot. First female main event on Misfits Boxing. We're very excited.
A lot of people have been asking, have you given Elle Brooke too much of a hard test in a former UFC fighter in Paige Vanzant? What is your response to those?
The answer is it a hard challenge? Absolutely. Is it insurmountable? We'll find out, but Elle didn't think so. And what I love about our fighters who come from a background of being an influencer, being a TikToker, being a YouTuber, at some point, when they do this thing seriously and they're training like fighters, they become fighters. So there's no imposter syndrome anymore at that point. And when they decide there's no imposter syndrome and they belong in that ring, that's the point that they want to take that leap of faith and go for the challenge. And if they don't go for that, without a big risk, there's no big reward. So Elle stepped up. She wanted the big risk, and she's hoping to get the big reward.
Absolutely. Now let's kick it off. The main card in the light heavyweight division, it's the return of OJ Rose as he is opposite the USA Saiyan, Brendan Kelly. OJ, you have a different energy about you this week. Walk me through some of the things you've added to your arsenal.
My rep right here. Talk to him.
All right, so first and foremost, I want to say thank you to Mams Taylor, KSI, Misfits Boxing. Y'all doing an amazing thing. But I want to make it very clear that first, we're going to beat the hell out this man. Second, OJ needs to be the main event next time around. This is the main event. This man, let me just point something out. What nobody's ever paid attention to. This man has got in the ring and beat everybody up, and then they don't fight no more. So you know what that means? This man's career ender. And on Saturday, this man is going to be ending this saying. By the way, I made the saying. I'm the one that gave him the name. He's my child. I'm about to father this motherfucker. OJ is going to father this motherfucker. It's going to be over. On Saturday, OJ will stop fighting. He won't be a man no more. That's just what it is. Go ahead and say, he won't be a man no more because of OJ, motherfucker. Say it. Go ahead and say whatever you need to say. We're going to beat the mustache off you.
Brandon Kelly, there is a...
That way.
Hey, That's the only time you gonna touch me, boy. That's the only time you gonna fucking touch me, boy. Touch your hat. Touch your hat, boy.
So you gave it back real quick, though.
Round two. Touch you again. Games.
Go sit down. Go sit down, buddy. Your chair's right there. So, bro, you can sit down there.
Fuck, I'm talking about.
I think it's really smart to bring Le'Veon right where Tristan is. It's a very intelligent move.
Ooh, it's getting spicy.
You a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
You a fucking bitch. Yeah, little Diego. Yeah, little Diego.
What other ones you got?
Yeah, little Diego.
What other ones you got?
Yeah, little Diego.
Sit down, big boy. Sit down, big boy.
Yeah.
Sit down, big boy.
Yeah, little Diego. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of little Diego.
We will certainly get to that matchup in a couple moments.
Little Diego. Yo. One hand easy. Don't ever throw me no football. That's easy. Easy work. Just like you, Saturday.
Brennan Kelly, USA saying welcome. Pleasure to have you here. A lot of energy from OJ Rose this week, which is kind of a new ad. What's your response?
Nah, stop clapping for that motherfucker.
Yeah. So, I mean, my response, he's got energy. I'm glad he accepted this fight. You know, one thing I like about him that is he brings heart and stuff. And one other thing I like.
No, you need to be thankful.
I just said one thing I like is that he has heart and stuff. One thing I like that he's 3-1, and one thing I like is that a lot of people think he's good. A lot of people think I'm gonna get my ass kicked, and that's the funny part about this world is it's backwards today. Just because this guy has a bigger name than me doesn't mean he's gonna beat me. Yeah, I've outworked this man over and over. A lot of people think they work hard because they get tired. Tired does not equal hard work. It's how hard you work after you get tired. How many reps you got left when your body says no? How many hours you got left when your mind says no?
Say whatever you need to say, bro.
See, my workouts don't begin until pain has entered the body. See, that's where a champion's workout begins. That's the difference between half these people here. Y'all don't put in any of the amount of work that I do. That's why I'm a multi-world record holder in facets that most humans don't even perceive to be impossible. So that's the thing is, I outwork. It don't matter. It's just to show you I can do anything I want. I become the world's best or top 1% in anything I've ever done in life. I'm an All-American in football, All-American in track. At collegiate level.
Don't nobody give a fuck about your resume.
The whole thing is my resume is 10 times than anybody here.
Talk about boxing.
Okay, talk about boxing.
Who have you beat, though?
Talk about boxing. I got 9 championship belts from my amateur
Rough
career.
and Rowdy?
Huh? Rough and Rowdy? Yeah, I was Rough and Rowdy champ. Huh?
Who have you beat, though?
Nobody.
Everybody they faced me with. Anybody 160. I can't. Just like you don't control who you get. What do you want? I beat the people that they put in front of me.
But I asked for you.
What?
I asked for you, though.
In Rough and Rowdy?
In this. What the fuck you talking about?
Well, you just said it's a Rough and Rowdy. I don't know. I mean, you asked for this? Correct. Well, that's why we got this fight. That's why, I like that. I want the challenge. I don't know what you want from me.
Man, you made a mistake. Y'all hear him stuttering. He know he made a mistake. He down the side. He know you're not man enough.
The champ is here,
bro. You're not man enough to fight OJ.
Champ's here.
My feet I've been trained to back to my hands for a while.
I want to ask OJ, what made you ask for Brennan Kelly?
So there was a card by AT himself called CFL, something like that. Called me out on the stage. I said, you know what? Let's do it. Fuck it.
Love it. Business is in session between those two. Our next matchup.
Wait. Hold. Before we go into the business, I want to make this very clear that on Saturday, the main event is OJ. That's the main event y'all need to watch. That's the main event y'all need to watch. Like, first off, I respect everybody that's up here. But on Saturday, y'all need to watch OJ beat the fuck at this fake Super Saiyan. I made this motherfucker, and you going down. On Saturday,
most entertaining in the game. I'll do it every time.
OJ's gonna
Every
beat the
time.
shit out
I always
of you.
put on a show.
Now,
I always put on a show every time.
Beat the mustache
Every time. No one's ever.
I'm gonna close that show. I'm gonna close that show. Respectfully.
It's the OJ show, motherfucker.
We
Shine wherever I go. Shine bright wherever I go.
We start the main card with them. It's going to be a fireworks matchup. The next one after that, Killer B and Sylvia Fernandez. Killer B, you have the MMA experience. How do you look to translate that into the squared circle?
It's really exciting. I'm having so much fun with boxing, and I'm so grateful to have an opportunity to come back and compete in boxing. It's really, a fight is a fight at the end of the day. Different rule set, but I was born for this. I'm made for this, and I have crazy heart, and I have so much competition in me, so it'll be easy to translate.
What do you make of your opponent? Do you think that she's ready for your wealth of experience?
Absolutely not. I thank her for taking the fight. We had a hard time finding me opponent, and she called me out online. And
I'm here,
we,
right?
And
I'm
we
here,
blessed,
right?
Thank
you think
for,
I'm afraid of you?
Thank you for taking the
Yeah,
fight. You're
I'm
not
here.
afraid of me, honey. I know you took the fight. I'm grateful for it, but I don't think she's ready for it.
Of
and
course
I hope
I'm fucking
that
ready. I'm
she
right here. I
enjoys
came because
her-
I'm fucking ready. I'm a boxer, and I'm gonna show it on May 25th. A difference between a boxer and an MMA fighter. You're gonna see on May 25th.
You're 1-0, and I'm 1-0 in boxing.
Okay.
I hope you enjoy your 15 seconds of fame because,
We'll
and I hope
see.
you remember it
We'll
after you get
fucking
knocked
see.
out.
We'll see.
Because that's all
We'll
you're getting,
see.
baby.
We'll see.
Sylvia, I'm curious, what made you want to take this fight against Killer B?
Because I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm not afraid of her. I'm here. And I'm going to show you guys on May 25th the difference between a boxer and an MMA fighter. There's a big fucking difference.
We have the same record in boxing.
That's fine.
What did you just make up in your head?
I've gone against boxers my whole fucking career, okay? Doesn't matter if my record's not there. I've been boxing against Denisa Estrada, all the best champions out there. I've gone against them, okay? So my confidence is up there because I know what I can do, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do.
Hey, I'm excited. Bring it.
Great.
I'm ready.
I'm excited, too. That's why I'm here.
I love it. The next fight on this card is Jeremy Parks versus Anthony Vargas. Now, Jeremy, you're making the Misfits debut. How does it feel to finally arrive at this moment?
Honestly, if you can see my hands, man, I've been shaking the whole time up here. I'm shaking in my boots, but honestly, I just want to fight. I want to get it over with. I want to fight. I want to start fighting right now. I can fight right now. You can hear my voice. I just want to fucking fight.
Please wait.
I'm ready to fucking fight. I'll fight right here, right now. I don't give a fuck. Like,
do it then,
bro. I'm ready to go.
Let's go then.
Fuck.
What? So what do you make of?
God damn, bro.
Stop talking. Do it right now.
I've been in a fucking cage for fucking weeks, bro. Months. I'm ready to fucking go.
What do you make of your opponent and his last tag team fight?
He's a fucking pussy. Dude was clapping out every 30 seconds. Dude, I was embarrassed. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I can't believe you accepted this fight. But dude, you're gonna get fucking smacked.
Bro has big muscles to compensate for something that's small.
Either way, bro, it's the motion of the ocean. Come on, everybody knows that. Let's go.
Anthony, last time we saw you was said tag team fight. You didn't take the win that night. How does Saturday go differently?
Well, I took that fight on like 11-day notice.
Shut up.
I took that fight on 11-day notice.
Shut up,
and
bro.
This time I had a whole camp. Hey, I'm coming different, bro. I'm coming different.
Talk to me how this goes. When you envision it, what puts Jeremy away?
Nothing. Shut up. You ain't got nothing to say. Shut the fuck up.
All right. We'll see May 25th. May 25th.
It's on Fight Night. Can't wait for this co-main event between former NFL running back Le'Veon Bell and Canadian adventurer Tristan Ham. Tristan, bombastic knockout in your debut, training with world champions.
Thanks for everybody that's coming out. Seriously.
Before we get to that amazing fight, Yuddy and Cray Cray run it back. Now let's start with a little Cray Cray. This fight, a lot of people felt was going your way. How does it go even better on Saturday night?
I know what I'm working with now. Yeti's, he don't got no power. Like I said from the last one, he got pillow hands. So I'm going to walk him down. Easy work.
Yuddy, when you look back on that fight in Nashville, how is it going per your expectations?
First of all, thank you, Mams. Thank you to Coach Keith. It was a great camp. Last camp, it was even better. But man, Last fight, it was easy. I was touching him when I want to, doing everything I wanted to do when I wanted to. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Listen, listen, this fight, I'm breaking your jaw because you think it's sweet. And all them videos that you put on YouTube, I'm going to make sure you see that every day. You know what I'm saying? That he's a good fighter, but he's just not on my level. So this fight, we're gonna see that.
Craig, what's your response?
He's easy work.
He's tripping. He can't do nothing.
Easy work.
Bro,
and I'm going to
come down from 160. I'm 125 pounds. I move up to 135.
I'm going to give you the little 15 seconds of fame. Well, Yeti Gang TV, then I'm going to get you out of there. You know what I'm saying, man? I was going to put you on a couple of cards, but that's about it. You're not on my level. Nothing. Shut up. You my fan. Shut up.
Unfinished business last time. Yeti Gang, how do you envision this?
Say it again.
How do you envision this?
Oh man, we walking them down. We doing the same thing. That jab hits. That right hand hits. We gonna walk him down and stop him. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He got happy too. It's like somebody being mean that don't usually be mean, and then when that person finally get mean, I'm like, damn, why you being so mean? He hit me a couple of times. I usually don't get hit, so people are like, oh snap, he can hit him. Bro, I'm a boxer. You get bloody noses, all that. Bro, we going to see May 25th was really good in 5 rounds. Thank you for another round.
Lil Cray, how do you feel about the other round, and how do you envision this going Saturday?
That man got saved. Just give me a full 5 round. I'm going to fuck him up.
Bro, shut up, bro. You're easy, bro. You too little.
They need
to make a 130 pound. Because you too little, bro. You easy work. I'm going to show all them street fighters that you can't mess with somebody that really put in that work for real. Fighting people in the street. Bro, what? Boy, you about to get hurt.
Now we take it to the co-main event between former NFL running back Le'Veon Bell and Canadian adventurer Tristan Ham. Another round of applause.
There they are.
Tristan, fantastic finish in your debut. You're training with the world champions now, but you're taking on Le'Veon Bell. Is this too soon for you?
It's absolutely not too soon. I got to put it to the test. There's many different ways you can grow as a fighter, and I've always been the kind of guy to just jump in head first. So that's what we're going to do here.
He's called you things such as Little Diego, Tarzan. Do you feel he's disrespected you in any way, shape, or form?
I mean, you heard it. Everybody's laughing. You know, it's funny. It's comical because, first of all, Diego can spell better than he can. And second of all, Tarzan's sexy as fuck. Am I right? Tarzan's a good, not me, but Tarzan, right? See that?
he just called Tarzan sexy as fuck.
Man, this motherfucker boring as fuck, man. After OJ beats this motherfucker up, Le'Veon gonna beat him. That's what's happening. That's what happened. OJ gonna beat the shit out of this motherfucker, and then Le'Veon's gonna beat that motherfucker up. He think he's all that or whatever. Motherfucker, this ain't the fake motherfucker this time. This is the real deal. Last time you beat a wannabe, nigga.
Oh, I kind of like how he talks. He's got a good voice. But anyway, you know, I think I just wanted to level up the competition, of course, but I want to make it look as easy as the last one was. I think that's the goal every time. But it's not easy. There's no question about it. Le'Veon's a big dude, but he's looking pretty frail right now. But I just want to say congratulations to Le'Veon on the pregnancy. You know, I noticed he was late here today, so we all know what that means.
I'm curious, Le'Veon, you're returning to the squared circle. Do you feel like Tristan Ham's a worthy challenge?
I mean, I really don't know. To be honest, he was an opponent that was put in front of me. Ma'am told me to bring him up. I said, who? Tristan Ham. Okay, I watched him. He had like a 30-second fight or whatever, how long his fight was. Really don't matter. I haven't seen much of him. I don't really need to. He's just in the way. So just tune in on Saturday.
What's your prediction on Saturday? How do you deal with Tristan Ham?
What do you mean?
In terms of how the fight goes?
However I want. However I want it to go. However I want.
Delusion is real. He was telling me I was delusional.
I never told you was delusional. You said that yourself. You called yourself delusional. Go back and watch the film. You called yourself delusional, and I agree with you. That's all that happened.
Motherfucker, stay in the audience. Stay in the audience.
Hey, be easy on the crowd there.
Le'Veon, is any of this...
Don't make me come over there.
With Tristan getting
Shine
under your skin
fucking
at all?
shoes like that jacket.
No, not at all. At the end of the day, it's a sport.
Focus on man's gonna be whooping your ass, bro.
Real talk. But at the end of the day, it's just a sport. It's just boxing, you know.
I got one too.
Even in, you know, my other sport, football, you got guys out there who always talk trash, you know what I'm saying? And I go out there, do my job, and I was great at it. So boxing is going to be great. That's all that matters at the end of the day, so we'll see. Watch on Saturday, May 25th, he going to see.
Tristan, what are you expecting on Saturday, May 25th?
Definite knockout. But he's a running back, so let's see if he's running back the whole time, which is probably what he's going to end up doing the second he feels the power. I can promise you one thing. He was talking shit, saying I've never played football before. He's right. I don't have much football experience. Not going to lie. But I got some hockey experience.
This shit. This nigga
I got some hockey experience. It's a bit different.
This guy
I've been
says I
hit.
don't play football.
But the other half of it is he's never been hit the way that I'm going to hit him. There's no question about that. That's not a tagline.
Bro, you just pushed me as hard as you could.
Say again?
You just pushed me as hard as you could. It was like so light. You're like a little.
I almost pushed you off the fucking stage.
I was on the edge of the stage, bro.
God, he's
you
terrible.
know what I'm saying? It's like you already pushed me. Like so, you already felt your little power.
Are we going to be pushing in there, or are we going to be punching? Because I said,
bro,
you're going to get punched harder than you've ever felt in the NFL.
All right, cool. We're gonna see.
You're going to hit a wall.
All right.
That's exactly what it's going to feel like.
All right, little Diego.
You will. You're not going to know what hit you.
Hey, I like when you said it though. What did I call him? Little Diego.
Little Diego Tarzan.
Yep. George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle.
Thor.
Baby Thor. We got a whole bunch of them.
We got Thor. What was Paul Bunyan? What else you got?
He just called Tarzan
got
sexy as
nothing.
fuck. That's the guy, y'all. I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all better watch him, bro. He a little. I'm telling you, he a little.
I got the hair. That's why, that's what it is right there. Oh, shit.
That's almost longer than Paige's.
What did he just do? What did he do?
Yeah. Pantene, baby.
This dude.
All right,
bro.
co-main
Lather
event.
it up on him.
This dude here, bro.
Co-main
Or put
event
it
is
in
going to be
his
one you
ass.
can't miss. Let's talk about this main event, though. First female Misfits main event, history being made between Elle, Brooke, and Paige Vanzant. Let's start with Paige. This is a big opportunity, but you've been in, I would say, just as big of ones. How does it feel to be here?
It feels incredible. Everything, the experience so far with Misfits has been absolutely great. Of course, there's adjustments going from different promotions, but I'm really happy to be here, and I'm happy they signed me to a multi-fight contract, so I'll stay for a while.
Do you think Elle is in your league in terms of competition?
Obviously, she's my next opponent, so she's the most important opponent. It's the most important fight I've ever had because it's the next fight. I've prepared for this like I'm preparing for a title fight because I am.
Would you say that the reserved energy you have during fight week on fight night, you're going to flip that switch?
I mean, I think just because I'm in a different crowd, my energy seems reserved, but this is just my typical fight week. This is who I am. I'm not a shit talker. I'm not quote unquote influencer. I'm showing up to do a job, and my job is to fight and win on Saturday.
You got 100x the influence that little baby Bell over there has, and you don't even have to say a single word.
Motherfucker, you still talking? Let the ladies talk, nigga.
Look who's talking, boy.
Man,
The ladies is talking though. That's the crazy part. The ladies are
Man,
talking.
like, maybe I'm gonna whoop your ass.
The
I ain't
ladies
worried
is
about
talking.
what you
Exactly.
say.
So just
Anyway,
keep
let
it
ladies
zipped
talk,
over there.
man.
Keep
Let the
it
main
zipped
event.
over there.
Let's focus on the main event.
Keep it
Not
zipped
how
over
you
there.
gonna get your ass
It was a
Let's
compliment.
focus on
It was
the
a
main
compliment.
event. And also, let's focus on the people's fight. OJ beating up this fake saying with the fake mustache.
Anthony, AT. Fuck.
Let's focus on the main
He's trying to be the next AT, bro.
Nah, shut the fuck up. Like, Le'Veon's gonna whip your ass. OJ's gonna beat the mustache off this motherfucker. And Elle Brooks is gonna show this woman she should never.
How much Le'Veon paying you? The rest of the $52 million?
Y'all might get this shit's a payday. But it might be your last day.
All right.
It might be your last day.
Yeah, that way.
Last one.
Amen.
Last one for Paige. A lot of fans are curious about whether or not you think this will go to the bell or be finished inside the distance. What's your prediction on Saturday?
No, I definitely don't anticipate this going the full 5. Just the way that I've prepared, I've dedicated the last 3 years to straight boxing, bare knuckle boxing prior to this. But I'm really excited to do one with the gloves on and show everybody how much of my life I've dedicated to straight boxing.
I love it. Elle, this is the biggest fight to date. Do you feel like you're being underestimated coming into this?
Yeah, I think so. I think, like I was doing an interview with her yesterday with Ariel, and she was like, even though she considers me a professional fighter, like this should, like you could perceive this as an easy fight. This is probably why you've done it. You've been on a losing streak. This is your opportunity to get an easy win and then get, some momentum from that. So you're 100% underestimating me.
What gives you the edge in this fight against a person like Paige Vanzant?
Paige has never been in a ring. Like, she's done bare knuckle, she's done UFC, but she's never been in a ring. So I think I have more experience there.
And what is your prediction for Saturday night?
I think she's tough. So I personally don't think I'm going to knock her out. Obviously, I don't want to be looking for it. If it happens, it happens. I think it's going to be a 5-round war.
Fair enough. Any last words for Paige?
Good luck.
Paige?
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
All right, Misfits and Dazn X Series 15 live from Houston, Texas. It's going to be fantastic all on Saturday. Riley, take it away.
As the one and only Ben Davis just said, that is all here. X Series 15, May 25th in Houston, Texas. But there's more than just that, only exclusively on Dazn. Let's check it out.
Hey, champ. I know why you're here. You're a born winner, the top dog. You have a proper punch on you. It only takes one, eh? But I know you're not all about throwing haymakers. You know your bobs from your weaves, and you know Dazon's got over 150 fights every year. Over 150. Proper stat. All the action, the chaos, the comebacks, the non-stop knockouts. Big fights every week. So get those gloves back on. Together, we're boxing royalty. Dazn, undisputed.
Live on Dazn worldwide.
June 1st, 5v5.
This is everything.
5 of my best. Bang, bang.
5 of my best.
You prepare yourself. There's going to be a war. But we take no prisoners, fellas. We've got the best 5 fighters.
Queensbury better than Matchroom. You are having a bubble bath, Frankie.
Victory shall be ours. Right, boys.
This is everything.
We want to win this.
Only one result required. Victory. This is it. This is the moment. Live on Dazn worldwide.
25th, see a doubleheader here on Dazn. Elle Brooke puts her title on the line as she faces former UFC and BKFC veteran Paige Vanzant. And the return of the Rising Stars of Arabia live from Abu Dhabi. June 1st, Frank and Eddie put bragging rights on the line as Queensbury takes on Matchroom in the 5v5. June 7th, Oscar Collazo faces Gerardo Zapata, as well as June 15th. Heavy-hitting Subriel Matias gets a homecoming show as he puts his junior welterweight crown on the line against Australia's Liam Paro. June 29, Juan Francisco Estrada dukes it out with undefeated Jesse Bam Rodriguez for the WBC Super Flyweight strap.
Giving boxing exactly what he needs. The best be the best. Estrada's a huge star, risking it all. We talk about pound for pound great fighters, Bam Rodriguez.
Once we're in that ring, there's no respect.
This kid is super special.
From here on out, it's just big fight after big fight. I can't wait to put on the show.
A fight of the year contender written all over it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Davis just was fighting for his life up there as the intensity is absolutely boiling for this fight night. What are you thinking so far? You're in the heat of it.
It's through the roof. It's through the roof. I mean, it's hotter than the humidity here in Houston, Texas. Le'Veon Bell starting off the press conference by coming over, getting in Tristan's face and saying, "I see you." That chills down my body, Riley.
We're about to see some even more intense face-offs. Do you think anything's going to be getting going as these face-offs come together? Because, I mean, we already almost saw a face-off between Tristan Ham and Le'Veon Bell, but there's going to be some other ones that I think are going to be equally as intense. OJ Rose, he had a translator this whole time, but is that going to translate into the ring?
Whoever this individual is that OJ Rose has found from whatever casino this man has originated from, best move in the planet, I anticipate him to do something crazy at these face-offs.
You know, he said, you know, I don't talk that much. I don't talk that often. So what he did is he brought someone in that did it for him, and I think that he talked enough for maybe all of us combined. But tell me some other stuff. Elle Brooke versus Paige Vanzant. Obviously, Elle looking very composed in the face of such a big challenge. What do you think about that?
I thought that there was a more pronounced height differential between the two. But then when they faced off at the open workouts yesterday, I saw, okay, it's really only about an inch. And in terms of athleticism, I feel they're on the same playing field. So that means it comes down to technique. Paige has all the experience necessary, but Elle's made a very good point. She's been doing strictly boxing for the last several years, whereas Paige is a little bit more diversified in what she's been focusing on. So I'm just curious to see what wins on Saturday night.
That's my thing that I'm curious about too, right? The bare knuckle fighting versus the big gloves, right? When you're training for that bare knuckle, is that going to translate into the big gloves? And that's going to be something we're going to see because, as we said, without the kicks, without the wrestling, Paige Vanzant hasn't found that rhythm just yet. Does that mean that she can't find it? This is still a very young woman. She's still completely in her prime and fighting. And I'm very curious to see, is Misfits going to be the place that fits? Because some of these people, man, once they hit that rhythm, they're unstoppable. But can Elle stop that train?
That's the big question. I want to take a little bit of time to Yuddy Gang versus Lil Cray Cray 2. Are we calling this 2 or 1? It's being, almost resumed after that pause in Nashville, and I'm just very pumped to see what changes they've made. You got to have 2 live rounds with each combatant, and if I was a coach, that would inform me on behavior, habits, and how to exploit them. So this Saturday, between those 2, it was a great fight before. It's going to be an even better fight now.
Yeah, and I was calling that fight. And let me tell you something. I'm just going to be totally honest. Lil Cray Cray was winning that fight, bar none, period. But does that mean that Yuddy Gang TV wasn't in the fight? Absolutely not. Very competitive fight. And I think it's going to be incredibly important because this is a unique opportunity. How often do you get to pause and then resume a fight? How often do you get to have essentially a 3-month time in between rounds, right? Not that often. So it's going to be about who has made the adjustments, and that's something that I'm really, really looking forward to. We also have the kickoffs. Talk to me about that. Fangs coming back. Obviously, she had a tough one. And Alina Vampira, she's obviously been a star in her own right. What are you seeing there?
I think Vampire is going to have the most to gain in this situation because of a very good fight she put up against Julie Polka last year, and we just saw what Julie did to Barbie. So if Vampire can come out here, create some fireworks, make some statements, maybe cross some T's, dot some I's, Riley, then I think she's going to stand to gain the most from those kickoffs.
And we saw how good Julie Polka really is, right? There's no question that is probably the queen of Misfits Boxing right now. But Fangs coming in, she's up against a new opponent in this ring as well. She showed heart, but she didn't translate that in the ring last time. Maybe it was the level of competition, but maybe it was just her own personal ability. I'm surprised that she's back here so soon and so willing to get in there. I think that's going to be a key in that fight.
It tells me she's hungry. It tells me that she wants it. It tells me that when she goes to bed at night, she says, I didn't get the win and I need it. And that type of determination, I think, fuels everything. Fuels the fight camp, fuels the fight night, and I think it's going to fuel a very good performance from Fangs.
And that's enough talking for us for now. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. But let's get some hype going for this incredible fight night.
In the era of influencer boxing, we have seen influencers daring to take on professionals with unfavorable results for the influencers. And now it's Elle Brooke's turn to rise the challenge and take on what others struggle to achieve: defeat a professional fighter. On May 25th, Misfits Boxing makes its way to Houston, Texas, with a stacked undercard featuring Alicia Megan versus Fangs.
Don't count out of this fight just yet. Oh, and he's going to wave it off.
Alina Vampira versus Lauren Baker. Determined to regain her winning streak, but standing in her way is the rising star. OJ Rose versus Brendan Kelly.
This bout is a draw.
Eager to return to winning ways, the businessman meets the USA Cyan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the real deal. 1, 2, 3, light 'em up.
Killer Bee's Misfits debut, a remarkable combat sports background. Killer Bee enters the path of Misfits Boxing. Jeremy Park versus Anthony Vargas. Upon his return to Misfits, Anthony Vargas will face the renowned athlete Jeremy Park. Lil Cray Cray versus Yuddy Gang TV.
Determined that is a no contest.
Facing off one last time, Yuddy Gang and Cray Cray seek to move forward to the next step and ultimately challenge the champion, Dean the Great. Le'Veon Bell versus Tristan Ham, the first cruiserweight tournament matchup. He now faces off against Tristan Ham, who delivered a brutal knockout back in January. Both competitors have exchanged words online and both are eager to step up to the semifinals. However, only one can emerge victorious while the other will come up short. Elle Brooke versus Paige Vanzant. The Misfits champion faces off against former UFC and bare-knuckle fighter in Paige Vanzant. A battle between the United Kingdom and the United States, with Elle Brooke aiming to defend her title.
Wants a shot. Man wants a shot. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see some thunder.
I've got the one and only AT with me. AT, you were just coming over and immediately started talking to me, even off air, about what do you think's going on. I mean, tell me about the keys to victory in fights like this. We got Yeti Gang and Cray Cray coming back off of a layoff after their close fight that didn't get to go to the finish. And we have Le'Veon Bell, Tristan Ham. Give me some details. What's your dark horse? Let's start with that.
I'd say my dark horse is definitely Le'Veon Bell. A lot of people haven't really seen him fight, but that's going to be a very interesting fight. One of the dark horses on the whole card is Brandon Kelly. A lot of people don't know about Brandon Kelly, especially coming from the rough and rowdy barstool scene. Now, my key to victory is what's leading up to the fight. How are you preparing? How's your preparation to the fight? When we see Lil Cray Cray versus Yeti, we got to feel how that fight was going to go. Now we got to see the adjustment. Did Yeti make the adjustment fighting Lil Cray Cray coming to the second? And same thing goes with Lil Cray Cray. Also, we got a big main event. We got Elle Brooke versus Paige Vanzant. Now, can Paige overcome the obstacle of fighting the influencer champion, the queen herself, Elle Brooke?
And that's the thing, right, is we were talking about it, me and Ben, MMA, boxing, you're the one to talk about this, right? Yeah. Big transition. And she, unfortunately, Paige, hasn't had that win just yet in boxing. I'm very curious to see, is she going to be able to make the adjustments? Talk to me about what those adjustments are that you got to make when you enter the boxing ring from MMA.
Well, it's difficult because especially when you've been doing MMA so long, now you have to force yourself going to straight boxing. Now, it's different with Paige Vanzant because Paige Vanzant's been boxing for a while when it comes to bare knuckle. When you're doing the bare knuckle fight, you're normally doing boxing camp and smaller up, so it's totally boxing. So Paige can have the edge over it because she's been doing it for so long and she kind of has the basic fundamentals, but Elle Brooke has that power to change the whole fight entirely itself.
And that's the thing, though, is you were talking about the small gloves and the big gloves. When you're in the ring, how big of a difference does it make defensively working with those small gloves as well as offensively working with the big ones? Do you think that that could be a key here? Because she has never been training to fight in a fight with the big gloves on. It's only going to be sparring in camp. Can that translate?
No, absolutely. I tell people, like I said online, Paige Vanzant's never been finished in bare knuckle or the UFC. She's used to getting punched in 4-ounce gloves and bare knuckles. We're looking at Elle Brooke. Elle Brooke is used to fighting in 10-ounce, 8-ounce gloves. So it's going to be a big transition. How does Paige Vanzant transition over to the boxing ring, taking that blunt force in an 8-ounce glove?
Well, let's dive right over to the one and only Ben Davis as we get these face-offs going.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get these face-offs underway. Our first fight of the night, Alicia Megan versus Fangs.
Oh, thank you, Mom. Best Mama Fangs ever. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Well, here's your orange back. You can give it to your kids. No, you can give it to your kids. All work down, all work up. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Alicia Megan and Fangs. Our second fight of the night, Elena Vampira versus Loza. One more time for Elena Vampira and Loza. Kicking off our main card of Misfits and Dazn X Series 15, it's OJ Rose versus Brendan Kelly.
This the new OJ, y'all. That's the Nicole Simpson. That's the new Nicole Simpson. That's the new Nicole Simpson. It's gonna be a murder. It's gonna be a murder. It's gonna be a murder. That's the new Nicole Simpson. New Nicole Simpson, he's OJ. That's what it is. Get ready. It's gonna be a murder on Saturday. There will be a murder on Saturday. You are the new Nicole Simpson. You will be the new Nicole Simpson on Saturday.
Let's hear it one more time for the businessman, OJ Rose, and the USA saying Brendan Kelly.
Just OJ. Just OJ. Let's go. Just OJ. All by OJ.
Our next fight of the night, the debut of Killer B versus Sylvia Fernandez. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for Killer B and Sylvia Fernandez. Next up, it's Jeremy Park versus Anthony Vargas. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for Jeremy Park and Anthony Vargas.
Yeah, baby.
We run it back. It's Lil Cray Cray versus Yeti Gang TV.
Let's go, Cray Cray. We on his ass. Let's go, Cray Cray. Go Corns.
Let's hear it one more time for Yeti Gang TV and Lil Cray Cray.
I'm walking through your punches, bro. I'm walking through your punches, bro. What's up? Let's go, Cray Cray. Let's go, Cray Cray. Get on his ass. Ain't no one scared, Cray Cray. Cray Cray gonna give you that work.
In our co-main event, it is the return of NFL running back Le'Veon Bell as he takes on Canadian adventurer Tristan Ham.
We're gonna need a little bit of security up there, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, T, I think we're gonna need you up there. Let's go, Tristan! It's hammer time! You gonna lay that hammer down? Who's getting ran over the 20-yard line? Michael, you bitch, Le'Veon! He hit you with the Javante Davis! Let him wrestle! Can we get a slap up? Hey, slap the shit out of him, Blake. Do it. Let's go, Fred. Yeah, let's do something like that. Let's get that good footage, Fred. They ain't gonna hit each other, just let them play around. Can I get a hug at least? God damn. Yeah, about that life. Okay, let's go.
one more time, our co-main event, the first fight of the Cruiserweight Tournament, Le'Veon Bell and Tristan Ham.
Fight for years, Tristan.
Thank you guys for all coming.
All roads lead to the first female main event in Misfits history. Elle Brooke defends the title against Paige Vanzant.
Let's go, Elle! This is Elle's world. We just living in it.
The middleweight title is up for grabs between Elle Brooke and Paige Vanzant. Weigh-ins tomorrow, all action. Misfits at Dazn X Series 15 here in Houston.
As Ben Davis said, make sure to join us tomorrow as the X Series 15 countdown continues. The weigh-ins will be tomorrow, and we will make these fights official for Saturday, the 25th of May, here in Houston. Thank you so much, everybody.
Brought to you live on the Zone.